spiritual exchange rates. In the money system you have a fascinating accepted way of value. It's called the exchange rate. This value gives to different countries, their people, their economies, certain values. And these values then determine the way goods will be exchanged and for what value. And it's quite interesting that obviously Africa, which is extensive resources, will run on a very weak exchange rate. And when you convert the African money to, for instance, the United States money, people in the United States get an extensive advantage, as much as 10 times more value for the resource than the value the person will get in the local economy. Obviously the way that it works is that you have those that is the elite in every country, and they are the ones that benefit from this exchange rate because they are the ones placed in the head of corporations and that are placed in the head of resource management. Where else do you have this conversion thing? You have it in religion. Everyone is always trying to convert others and always believe that their religion holds more value. And this value is something that's untouchable and unseen, and that is linked to a spiritual value that is only going to come to fruition after death. Fascinating. And people will convert their beliefs, that means change their beliefs, dependent on which one of the conversion rates, this belief systems, religions, will give them better security. Just like the money system. People will put their money in the currency that gives them a better security, a better return. So is religion and spirituality measured as well. What will give one a better return? And there one look at the promising part, the promissory notes, the promises made, and have a look at how many promises there are both in the money system made by governments and reserve banks in terms of the governments promise the future labor income of the economy and the production income of the economy against borrowings to cover their budgets that's insufficient to support its people. The end vast amounts of money that should have gone to the people goes to interest to the banks. In spirituality you have, all religions, Christianity, Islam, New Age, they all have a similar conversion rate. It all depends on what the believer is satisfied with. If they're not satisfied with something, they'll look for a better promise. And then they will believe the promise. And the belief is the faith that they put in the system, that it will provide them with the promise that was made, just like a banknote, which is based on a belief and a promise to pay the bearer at presentation of a piece of paper. In the religion you don't even have the piece of paper. You have a book, which is paper, yes, in which you can then quote strange sentences that has been translated in many different ways, if you dare to look. And all of these that hold apparently a promise for something better to come after this life. The question would be, why is all the systems promoting a point that do not give the person participating in the system, unless they are the elite, an opportunity to have the experience of a dignified, proper life in this life? Why is the education systems not providing for that? Why is the religions not based on making and presenting and preserving and working for a better world? Why is the governments not working to improve their people? Why are they only working to pay interest? Who is getting all this money that disappear in interest? Who gets all the benefit of all the faith? Apparently it's God. I mean, it's the Federal Reserve and the banks and the government's God, that they can do with the people's labor what they want. What will it take for humanity to see there is no difference between the money system, the government system, and the religions? They all have the same agenda. They all are stealing you blind. If it's not your soul they're stealing, your energy, your spirituality, it is your money they're stealing. And have a look. Every day you participate in the system. You will not take any of your money and place it where there, for instance, can be made a real difference. You will support the system day by day. So really look at what it is you're doing with your money, what it is what you're doing with your energy. What are you supporting? Why are you converting continuously, kind of like upgrading to a new currency, a new presence? I am now more present. But you used to say that with your previous belief system, and suddenly you're more present. But have you ever been present on earth? What are you doing here if you're not present on earth?